Hello everyone, welcome once again. Today we are going to study a new chapter, that is some natural phenomena. So we will talk about some of the natural phenomena that occurs in our nature. For example, while we rub any two of the object, like you can take a scale that you are having, you just rub it on your hairs, that it will make charges on it, and whenever you will just rub that scale with your hair and put that scale near any of the paper, it will attract the paper. That is because of the generation of charges. Now let's start the chapter. Some objects can be charged by rubbing with each other. There are two kinds of charges, positive charge and negative charge. Like charges, like if both are positive, both objects are having positive charge, they will repel each other. If one is having positive charge, one is having negative charge, they will attract each other. These are the nature of charges. The electrical charges produced by rubbing are called static charges. So whatever the example I have given of scale, that generates static charges, due to which the scale will attract the pieces of paper. When charges move, they constitute an electric current. The movement of charges is called electric current. An electroscope may be used to detect whether a body is charged or not. So electroscope is an instrument that is used to detect whether the body is charged or not charged. The process of transfer of charges from a charged body to the earth is called earthing. Earthing is done in case of electrical conduction. In case of electricity supply, earthing is done so that the charges could be transferred from the object to the earth. The process of electric discharge between clouds and the earth, or between different clouds, causing lightning. Whenever the electric discharge takes place between the clouds and the earth, it causes lightning. The lightning that we see during thunderstorms or during raining, that is because of the electric discharge between clouds and the earth. The formation of clouds involves friction between water droplets in the atmosphere. There are a lot of water droplets in the atmosphere. They just strike with each other and they produce friction. The friction charges the particles in the atmosphere. Due to the friction, the particles get charged up. The negative charges accumulate at the bottom of the cloud and the positive charges at the top. At the bottom, negative charges accumulate, and at the top of the cloud, positive charge accumulate. As the accumulation of charge increases, the cloud will induce positive charges on the ground nearby, and as the amount of charge increases, the negative charge on the cloud tends to make a path towards the ground. So whenever these charges tends to make a path towards the ground, they will strike with each other, and it results in a narrow streak of electrical discharge, which we call lightning. So this is what happens in case of lightning. The charge, different charges like negative charge accumulates at the bottom of the cloud, positive charge accumulates at the top of the cloud, and whenever the clouds will induce positive charge on the grounds nearby and amount of charge increased, the negative charge on the cloud tends to make a path toward the ground. Both of the charge will just tend to move towards the ground and will strike with each other, and as they strike, lightning will be produced. It will produce lightning. Now lightning strikes cloud destroy life and property. Lightning sometimes harms a lot. Protective measures are of utmost importance during lightning strikes. Taking shelter in interiors, house or other closed places, and vehicles are the most preferred measures. Whenever there is lightning, we should protect ourselves. How could we protect? By taking a shelter in interior house or closed places and vehicles. It is most preferred measures to be taken during lightning. Now, lightning conductors can protect buildings from the effects of lightning. On the large buildings, lightning conductors are to be placed so that the charge that will come from the lightning, it will just get absorbed to the ground. A natural phenomena that can be predicted cannot be predicted an earthquake. Earthquake is also a natural phenomena. We cannot predict earthquake. Nowadays we are having that much of technology that we can predict up to some extent, but it is not exactly predictable that when the earthquake will take place. We can just have some warning regarding this. The earth consists of three major layers: the crust, mantle and the core. These are the three major layers of the earth. The core is further divided into the inner core and the outer core. Core is divided in two parts: inner core and outer core. The mantle consists of semi-solid materials above which crust floats. Mantle is semi-solid, crust floats on it, and core is divided in two parts: inner core and outer core. The crust consists of oceans and continents. Crust floats on the mantle and it consists of oceans and continents. The crust is divided into several parts called tectonic plates. It is divided in different parts. They are called tectonic plates, the several parts of crust. The regions where the tectonic plates slide against another are referred to as fault zones. Sometimes these tectonic plates, they slide over one another, and whenever they slide over one another, that zone is called fault zone, and these are the regions where an earthquake is likely to occur. Hence these zones are referred to as seismic zones. Seismic zones or fault zones are the zones where the tectonic plates slide against one another. The place in the interior of the earth where an earthquake occurs is the focus. The place in the inside of the earth where the earthquake occurs, it is called focus, and the region of the surface of the earth that is close to the focus is likely to experience the largest damage. This region is called epicenter. The main point, interior point, is called focus, and the region around the focus is called epicenter of the earthquake. It is the place which get the large damage while the earthquake takes place. Now, the instrument that measures the severity of an earthquake is seismograph. Seismograph is an instrument which measures the severity, how severe it was, how much damage it have caused. That is measured with seismograph. It basically consists of a drum that rolls and a pendulum with a stylus that traces the waves of an earthquake and sheet like a graph paper. They convert with the help of a drum and a pendulum and traces the waves of earthquake. The energy released at the focus of an earthquake propagates outwardly in the form of waves. The focus is the point from where the earthquake has started, and the waves are measured with the help of seismograph. These are called seismic waves. Now, destructive energy of an earthquake is measured on Richter scale. How destructive the earthquake was, it is measured with the help of Richter scale. Higher the value, the higher the damage. It is a logarithmic scale ranging from 1 to 10, indicating the intensity of an earthquake. The earthquake measuring 7 or more can cause severe damage to the life and property. So, 7 and more on Richter scale can cause severe damage to life and property. Next is protective measures for earthquake. What measures can we take? If you are at home, take shelter under a table and stay there still till shaking stops. Stay away from tall and heavy objects. If you are in a bed, do not get up. Protect your head with pillow. If you are outdoors, find a clear spot away from building, trees and overhead power lines. If you are in a car, do not come out. Ask the driver to drive slowly. It is advisable to make the structure of buildings simple so that they are quake safe. So we should construct the building which could be quake safe. Which at the time of earthquake, it should not get a lot of harm so that we can protect ourselves. So that's all about this chapter. I hope you understood it well. For more details, stay connected to my channel. Thank you and have a good day to all of you.